Supper DubNation. Live again, but we don't have Dean here because Dean's one of those guys on the team that, you know, in your men's league, tip-off is at 7 o'clock, guys. But you tell the one guy that's always late a half an hour before, that's Dean. whatever time you expect him to be on, let's add a few minutes. New Orleans starts out JV, gets a putback. I think who are you guys all rooting for? Bruce, I know, huh? Well, we gotta have some competition here today. Gotta have some trash talking. Jalen Williams misses a three amazingly. Of course, if the Pelicans were wearing the Warriors uniforms, he would have made that three. Anyways, who are y'all rooting for? OKC and OP. Vote. I am sympathetic to Josh Giddey. I love Josh Giddey, man. So I can't see myself rooting for New Orleans, even though I like New Orleans as well. I just like Josh Giddey so much that I got to root for OKC, and I like Shea. Let me see. All these players, let me rank them. I think I just respect OKC more, especially Jalen Williams, man. Jeez, that guy can play. I would just vote for Jalen for Rookie of the Year if I had a vote, just because, just because he's a Warriors killer. And I'm sure he's also any other team killer, the way things are going. Lou Dort dunk baseline. Jeez. Oh, and I like Lou Dort even before they got all these other guys in the bubble. Man, Lou Dort was fun to watch, man. But I do like New Orleans, like this guy. Trey Murphy, man. I had him on my extra list as someone to draft. So, and Herb Jones is like an, up and coming wing as well. I like BI. CJ's a nice guy, likes to do media. So I wish these two teams weren't playing each other. JV again, put back. So okay, I'll get back to my play-by-play shortly. And maybe it's because I've seen so many Josh Giddey interviews. He's just, so humble, number one. I like accents, whether they're Australian or Nigerian or whatever, I was watching Ted Lasso. There goes Giddey. Push shot, no good. I was watching Ted Lasso, one of the older episodes because I'm behind. The one where, Jalen is blocking foul. Got there a split second too late. Also, I like Jalen Williams too because he went to Arkansas, and coach of Arkansas is a former Warriors coach, Eric Musselman. And Moses Moody also went to Arkansas. And so back to Ted Lasso, it was the episode where the wealthy Ghanan, the wealthy billionaire from Ghana, tried to buy out Sam, and they were having the conversation. And I was like, man, I could listen to guys with Ghanan is it Ghanaian? Guys from Ghana and Nigeria, their accents. That was fun to hear that as well. Lou Dort and one, man. He's a freight train. Good game so far. 10-6 New Orleans. All right, let's catch up on some comments. Amy, what's up? RJ, what's up? What's up? Oh, check out Wardell is on our YouTube channel. Boom. There he is. 18 minutes. And then we have snippets from Steve and Looney. I should check and see if they had any a lot of good topics from Steph. The best part is when he said, don't turn the ball over, yada, yada, yada. And that's how we accomplish greatness. It's like, ooh, prophetic words. So let me put this down here. I guess I'll catch up to the look at Dort, man. He's just downhill all day. J-Dub, I keep calling him Jalen. I can't help it. J-Dub and then Jalen. Anyways, yes, check Instagram to see if they had any footage from practice. Suddenly my Instagram, when you search, it's so slow. What's up with that? Anybody else having that problem? Weird. JP. Nothing. New Orleans up 14-7 by a touchdown. I don't see anything. Do not see anything. They've announced the uniforms. Let's take a look at those. Instagram.com Warriors. Is it there? I'm going to find this. Oh, I know where it is. Twitter. Twitter.com Warriors shop. Oh, I need to do some more. I got to get our affiliate link for Warriors shop. We have a Fanatics affiliate link. And we are at the 8:30 mark. So here's the uniforms. We're not playing. Game 3 is the black ones, and that's it. That's our lucky uniforms, mainly the court, according to Coach Nick, actually, of all people. So Warriors uniforms announced for SAC series. Only game 3 are the black rose ones, whatever you call those. Okay, so far 64% OKC. Interesting. Only had 22 votes. Lou Dort again, making things happen, goes to the line. All right, so that's the uniform situation. Got a timeout. New Orleans up 19-10, 6:31. That went by quickly, especially when you're not analyzing the game. Let's see. Yeah. The only thing is we do want to get Andrew Wiggins back in the fold. So The more days we have off, the better for us. How was my weekend? Well, it's Wednesday, so I guess it's an NBA weekend. Every day is a Wednesday. But the last 24 hours, man, whew, had a flat tire and had to deal with that. My goodness. But I learned something, and it's going to go way better next time because it was a good experience overall. So I can't complain, even though really worked hard to get that tire back. Anyway, let's see. Oh, we'll be a top team. You know, I heard on the I saw on Twitter somewhere. I hate it when people say that too. I saw on Twitter in a quote tweet from Tim Kawakami. So that gives you some credible source there. I did come through with a credible source that the Warriors were top 3 in defense approximately over the last week of the season or something like that. In other words, they've been playing damn good defense of late. Granted, they've been playing what do you call it? Makeshift rosters, especially SAC in Portland. What else we got? Denny 15, what's up? Bruce Gamer. Yeah. Pascal Siakam had a chance to tie the game at the free throw line with like 11 seconds left. Missed one of the free throws, and that was that. Dean Chambers.
What's up, Rich?
He's on. What's up?
Yeah.
12-15 mark, Dean Chambers.
Well, I'm actually having a hard time figuring out who I want to root for here in this one.
Yeah.
Generally, I have an opinion on that type of stuff, but
actually, I'm with Bruce on that one. That gives me another reason to root for OKC because I think we do have OKC's number as of this season. So this season, the way both teams are built, I think we have OKC's number by now. So just in case. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Bruce.
Is the sound off?
Yeah. I mean,
if Zion was playing, yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. Well, he said that
too, which is weird.
Really?
Yeah, there's something on social media. They aggregated a quote of his, which said something to the effect of "It's all mental." Let's look it up for good measure.
Yeah.
Search.
Thank you.
Zion mental. That's got to be it, right? Yeah, admits there are mental hurdles preventing his return. So when I feel like Zion, I'll return when I feel like Zion.
Yeah. Well, that sounds kind of like two things. If you're not 100%, let someone who is 100% play. They say that a lot.
Yeah.
Coaches and things will say that all the time. GMs and whatnot. Yeah. And also, it sounds a little bit like what Clay was going through in the summer.
Yeah.
Just that like, I don't want to go out there scared of getting injured or something like that.
Hey, we got a Pelicans rooter. That's cool. Even it up a little bit. Let's see. Just to see if Zion comes back to play them. Oh, yeah. Chicago versus Miami. I'm gonna go with Amy on that. I want Chicago just as a change of pace. I've seen Miami enough. They didn't improve. Yeah. In fact, they got worse this season. So I'm sick of them. Plus, their style of play is so slow and boring.
Would you rather watch Chicago versus the Bucks though, or Miami versus the Bucks in like specifically outside of who beats who?
True. I
Yeah.
think Miami has a better chance against the Bucks, though.
They play them well generally. Yeah.
But I'm still gonna stick with Chicago, just as a new faces in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Go for that.
The Bucks swept them a year or two ago. Last year, didn't they?
Bucks
so.
swept
Chicago in the first round, I thought.
I guess that isn't a new face then. My fault. Well, then
they are compared to the
revenge.
They are compared to the Heat. I think I kind of agree with you guys. I would love to see Chicago.
We haven't had Rebecca.
Yeah. Oh no, the gentlemen swept. The gentlemen swept them last year in the first round.
Okay.
Yeah, Rebecca. Yeah. She's a big Heat fan too. Yeah.
Well, she lives basically in Miami.
Right. So. Yeah. Fair. That's fair. They're a good organization, man. They are well coached.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and also just.
I don't really care though. So.
Yeah, I got you, but the Madhouse and Madison thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's a great crowd in Chicago. I think they'd be hyped.
Thanks for the reminder, Bruce. Mr. Diaz took a hit. Well, he should learn to root for the team you ought to root for. The whole team, the whole Diaz household should be. No, I'm kidding. I'm stirring up the pot today. Let's see. There you go. There's always room on the Warriors train. Come on, Mr. Diaz.
He said he's going to root for the Warriors if the Heat get eliminated. The Heat, right? Yeah.
What else is going on? Let me check. Okay.
Oh, well, I got to listen to 3 Draymond podcasts yesterday, which is sweet.
3? Wow.
Yeah, the 2 that you told me about. With,
the
this league.
Stein. Yeah.
The
That was good.
Yeah.
It got off to a slow start, I should say, in terms of, can you compare this? Can you rank this, Draymond? And I'm sitting there going, come on. You are the 2 best, guys that are in the locker room in the NBA outside of Marc Spears. And it's like, come on. But then it got better. So, yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah. I almost wonder if they started off part 1 more for like a casual.
Yeah.
Well,
we got a lot
and
of,
then got more detailed, more kind of expert.
Our channel is getting better and better in terms of the 1% of the 1% because I did re-upload Chris Haynes's teaser video because I knew that they don't really have the video anywhere. So they did the Zoom call with Draymond. Draymond was in Portland at the Nines. Chris Haynes was like at your team hotel, and it was kind of like he didn't want to say it, but there's no other hotel there that they would stay at. It's 4-star, 5-star. Yeah. So it's the Nines, and somebody, a fan that was in Portland ran into Steve Kerr in the elevator. I've run into Andre Iguodala the one time I stayed at the Nines just for the hell of it because I had accrued like 10,000, 20,000 Starwood points over a decade. So I used it on the Nines. And it was just a quick thing though. Yeah, I was on my way to the arena and Andre was in the elevator going down to the bus.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Can I get a ride with you? I'm going to the arena too.
Yeah, exactly. But he wasn't very talkative
No. Well, athletes rarely
Steve-
are right before a game, I think.
Steve was with but see, Andre knew I was media as well, so I think kind of
Oh, yeah.
Andre likes fans more than he likes media.
Yeah.
But
He is
anyway,
media, though.
I know, right?
Who knows?
Well, he is now. Back then, he
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think OKC's.
Oh, the
playing
third
well.
one was
Not sure,
an
but
episode of Draymond Green podcast about the play-in. So that was the third one that I listened to. Guess I didn't
with
mention
you said with Clay.
No, it was about the play-in.
Oh, about the play-in. Yeah.
About the
yeah.
Heat, Bulls, and Lakers, Timberwolves.
Yep.
Oh, so one of these teams is playing the Timberwolves. That's interesting. I think right now OKC might have a chance of beating the Timberwolves.
Going back to our 1% of 1%, so on the channel.
Right.
So Chris Haynes had this little snippet of a video with him asking Draymond about the punch and how Draymond could have investigated who,
Right.
could have went deeper in the investigation, but didn't because there was more important things to fix at the moment, was himself, and so I reposted that on our channel, which is obviously right here. You'll see it. There's the Draymond one, right? I had the face music,
right?
So a lot of the comments on this were, I'm glad they commented the way they commented, so our channel is getting better and better with it, which is, can we just move on from this and this and that? And really, they were complaining to Chris Haynes and Marc Stein for asking Draymond about that again.
Really?
Even though it's a fair question, and it's a good way to get people to it's this part of it was kind of the clickbait part that gets you to watch the rest of the pod. But I just had to say that our channel is getting better and better comments. So I was literally proud of our people for that.
Yeah.
I just had to mention that.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see, people wanting to act more personable or something, like that Draymond isn't just this machine or a character, or that he's a full human being. And I also just love that Draymond, he kept saying, I did it. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I did it. And that's, I always love a mea culpa, as we've talked about before in here. And, it shows kind of honor, I guess, is the word. Yeah. Well, RJ, we're bringing it up because Draymond himself talked about it on the podcast. Also, Mr. Diaz apparently loves Golden State. So that's great.
That's no fun. We wanted conflict.
Yeah,
Just
come
kidding.
on.
I'm
Let's
not
bring the
95
negativity, guys.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, it's $30 is that t-shirt.
Yeah.
I just, you don't make a whole, I mean, like, that's a drop in the bucket compared to his weekly paycheck from Joe Lacob. So
I'll take it.
I guess everything helps, but it'd be great if he could find a charity to give that to, because that's chump change. Trust me, I know, because I used to be in the t-shirt merch business. So I'm thinking he's probably doing 10 times as much as I did, and which is pretty good, but it's also not a ton.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to get that for $30. I just don't think I want to get that for $30.
No, could be a collectible, I guess, although shirts tend not to be that as much as jerseys or shoes. They should have a Draymond Green show shoe. That'd be cool.
Asians going to
Converse.
Hawaii. All right.
Oh. Spam
Oh,
Musubi.
Big Island? Which island? Big Island? Blazing? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll talk about that. Let's wait a minute and 22 seconds because OKC, I look up and they're ahead. What happened?
Yeah, they've been ahead for a couple minutes actually, but
Wow. Oh, he's going
yeah,
down.
it's been a close game. I think they were up 24-23 about 3 to 5 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh, you're right, Ben. Draymond should freaking do a backpack.
That's right.
I would buy that instantly. $50. Nah, I don't know. But you have to make it just like the emoji. Just like the emoji, the red one. And I don't know what. Yeah, just do a backpack.
That'd be great.
Yeah, make it a little bit more special than just the logo of the Draymond Green show. Something, maybe a silhouette of him shooting
it. Get Eddie Murphy to advertise it,
Man, that's a great idea, Ben.
Yeah, it's really good. I like that. Go tell Mary Babers, Hey. Can you imagine Draymond rolling into the arena in a finals game or something with the Draymond backpack on?
It's a no-brainer.
Oh, that's it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the reason I'm rooting for the Thunder. I really love that.
Good reason, man.
That guy, man.
Very good reason. You weren't on yet, but I said Josh Giddey. I'm giddy about Giddey.
Yeah. I liked him in the draft.
I
was looking up. Sure. That was what 2021 draft, right? I think so.
Yes.
Is Brandon Ingram playing today?
Yeah, he's sitting on the bench right now. He played, yeah, but I didn't watch for a whole 6 minutes, so I don't know. End of Q1.
Yeah, Bruce, I think that that line that you said a couple times, appropriate fear and not inappropriate arrogance, it's one of the reasons we suck on the road in the regular season. We sucked on the road in the regular season.
Inappropriate arrogance.
Yeah, it's great. It totally nails the danger zone really for the Warriors. Yeah. You need to purposely lower one and also like actively raise the other one, So
in today's Steph Curry interview, it seems like they're taking care of that part. So
yeah. Well, the vibe of this team. Yeah, the vibe of this team, it just totally changed, I think, with Gary Payton trade. It just shifted the entire energy of the season, I think. I think I mentioned that I thought our defense was really, really good since Payton got back, and I think we've been like a top 10 defensive team in those 7 games, which isn't a very large sample size, of course. But it is showing that he did come back and kind of put us back to where we were last year, too. So you take the games he played this year and what we know about him from last year and even the minutes he got the year before that.
Tim Kawakami. Wait, what is this? One of these tweets from Tim Kawakami has them at top 3 defense in a certain time span.
I've been pretty good at home the whole year too, so that did help.
Can't find it. Shoot.
Oh yeah, Nicole, I think Draymond mentioned that the Sacramento G1 ticket is the most expensive ticket in the history of the NBA.
Who mentioned that?
Draymond, I think on his podcast, I believe. One of them, either the most recent one or the one before that, where he's talking about the Kings.
Most expensive ticket in the what? History of the
I think the history of the NBA. Let's look it up though. The King.
Well, I will say this, Nicole, just to go straight to the bottom line. The moment, let me put it this way. Is it more likely that the Warriors will figure out the Kings or the Kings will figure out the Warriors? I think number one is very, very, very highly more likely. And once you figure them out, they're done. They can't cross the mental hurdle. Ask all of the teams that we've beaten in series. Literally how many series in a row? 26 or something or whatever.
What?
Something like that.
In the West?
Yeah. Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
That I have also seen in
Bruce. There's a lot of government money in Sacramento.
Every level.
You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's a lot of wealth going to the King side too. Yeah. So on Sports Illustrated, they're saying it's the most expensive first-round playoff contest on record. The cheapest available seats listed on SI tickets for, which is Sports Illustrated's own thing, I guess, but $525. That's the cheapest one. So, man. Hey, NBA.
History?
The first round, yeah.
History of the NBA first round.
Yep. Yeah, also 27 straight playoff series with at least one road win. Although not all those series were won, obviously.
27 plus. Not all the series were won. So the one that we lost was San Antonio and Clippers and San Antonio.
No. Anthony's talking about 27 straight playoff series with at least one road win. That includes the finals. Warriors have never.
Gotcha.
Obviously lost to that and 2013 and 14 against the Spurs and Clippers. Gotcha. Although I guess you can go to 7 without winning on the road.
Now, do you think the wealth of Golden State Warriors fans has anything to do with the Game 1 ticket price?
Nope. I think the absolute seismic popularity and skill of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and the Warriors dynasty got that ticket price.
So who's buying them? Sacramento people?
Oh, yeah, probably both Bay and Sacramento. Again, there's a lot of the capital of California is in Sacramento, so there's probably a lot of that type of wealth out there.
Okay.
But the Bay probably does have more money. But I think Sacramento, the crowd is going to be there. There will be Warriors fans there for sure, but that crowd is going to be intense. Like, this is a famously rowdy franchise when they were good, and they are hungry's not even the term for it. I think they had the longest playoff drought in the history of the Big Three sports until this year, or we're closing in on it or something. And now they're facing the defending champs or their neighbors. That arena is going to be wild, man. I think in terms of the team itself, you're talking about figuring them out. I don't think they're going to be the normal young, inexperienced team. They really seem like they have a kind of poise to them, which well, the Thunder here, or even the Pelicans, kind of don't necessarily. I mean, honestly, even the Grizzlies didn't necessarily have last year. You know, I think you especially saw that in their first round
Problem is
matchup
I've
against the
seen that.
Timberwolves.
I'm going to disagree because I've seen it at every level. So I think I don't like to do predictions, but I would be surprised if I didn't see at some point a little deer in the headlights from the
Maybe.
Kings.
I just think they are a more mature team than most teams that don't have that level of playoff experience. You know.
I hope not, because every level I've seen, including the 2013 Golden State Warriors, had to go through that. We screwed up game 1 against the Spurs, and I think we screwed up another game, probably game 3. We were up double digits late, and so
yeah,
gave away 2 games, and I will be shocked if Sacramento does not do that at least once, because I've seen it before.
I'm not saying.
But I will also say that Sacramento will have to go through that process, and it will only make them better.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll be better next year. But I could be wrong.
Probably. We said that about the Warriors, and they look good now, but, you know, who knows? You never get the same season twice, you know? So, but, yeah, I think the Kings will be really, really in a good position to keep building out their roster. I really, really, really did not like the Tyrese Halliburton trade. I just didn't understand it, you know. However, maybe Indiana didn't want Fox, or maybe they picked, you know, Fox over Halliburton, whatever it was. Getting Sabonis to play with one of those 2 point guards, and it ended up being De'Aaron Fox, just seemed to work really, really well. It's kind of the point guard and passing big thing that Steph and Dre do a little bit. But I'm not relying on them choking or having deer in the headlights. I think they're going to be hyped, and they have nothing to lose. What I am going to say
for the whole series, I'm not saying game 1 they're going to have deer in the headlights. I'm saying eventually they will. And when that time happens, that's when the Warriors veterans are going to feast on that, and maybe even Jonathan Kuminga will. That will develop in him as well, the playoff killer instinct. So I don't know what will happen in game 1. Sacramento could very well win that one as well. But yeah, so I'm just saying, throughout the whole series, there'll be a point where I think that'll happen.
Yeah, I understand. I basically agree with that. The thing is, what's giving me confidence in the Warriors is that I think we have a better defense. Sacramento hasn't been great defensively, and I think we have a little bit more, you know, depth in terms of how many really solid defenders we can throw out there. And because Sacramento kind of plays like us, we sort of know their offense. And I always worry a little bit more playing a team that has good off-ball movement. But as good as Kevin Huerter is, as much as De'Aaron Fox kind of play makes well, you know, we still have Steph and Clay constantly moving without the ball in their hands, constantly being a threat without having to have the ball in their hands. So then when you add experience on top of that playing style, and the fact that, honestly, the 6 seed's not a bad place to be in. You know, you win 1 out of 2 in Sacramento, first 2. Try and win both at home, and then you have game 5 on the road. Well, that's still only game 5, and then game 6 at home, and you cannot let it go beyond that. can't let it go to Game 7 in Sacramento because that. I mean, again, I'm not saying I don't believe in the Warriors if it is a Game 7, but that is not how you this team wants to start off the road trip. So, it's less their inexperience and more just what the Warriors have. I think that makes me confident. If we're another opponent, though, for instance, honestly, I think if the Kings were playing the Lakers, I'd be more worried about the Lakers, even though they look pretty good. They look a lot better than they were, and they have LeBron and AD and size and defense and things like that. I think this Kings team is really poised, and they've shown a lot of it in the clutch this season. They've been an excellent clutch team. Again, I think De'Aaron Fox is probably the consensus in the media pick for the inaugural Jerry West Award. So they have a lot of clutch players, and I can't wait. I think it'll be a great series. I think it'll probably be one of the this series and the Clippers Suns will probably be the must watch round 1 series, in my opinion. Oh.
All right, still a tight game. New Orleans up by 1.
I think Howard's saying that the Grizzlies are already injured. Is that right? Because they have Adams out.
Right, and Brandon Clark.
And Brandon. Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't even want to think about who we want to play, that type of thing. Let's take care of business first, and then that assumes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to make the basketball gods upset. It's one of those things.
How about this, AJ? If we take game 1 and 2, will we sweep? Is the thought that will prevent you from sweeping, because teams hate getting swept. You know that. And if you think about game 4, what about game 3? It's just a psychological
there you go
thing where you have to be like, oh my God, we won 2. They're going to come out at us like crazy. We have to be even more prepared for quarter 1, game 3. Yeah, one game at a time. Although it's okay to game plan what you think you should try to do, just as long as you don't expect it. You have to make it happen, They have to make it happen, but you know what I mean. If you're thinking as a player. That is part of what we're trying to do here. Give you a player's mindset. 18. Oh, yeah. It's going to be 19. It's going to be 19th man coming up. Did you hear that? There's going to be a third two-way spot. Yeah. So we'll be the 19th man up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, talking about, that's predictions are part of crap. Comparisons, rankings, awards, and predictions.
Right.
So be careful of that.
We'd rather do critical reasoning and analytical philosophy.
Oh, nice.
We like that crap. Legend saying he thinks maybe the refs are going to support LeBron over the Grizzlies. Certainly, LeBron is very physical, drives to the hoop a lot, and so is Davis. So they already kind of get the benefit of the whistle just because it looks right, and that's refs are human. They, things look right. They have to make split-second decisions, and they kind of have an archetype of like, oh, well, yeah, send them to the line. I think the NBA is going to be cautious about doing that too much, though.
Steph, Ron Kroichik, I think it was Ron of San Francisco Chronicle, asked Steph about the officiating in the playoffs versus regular season. Let's see what he said.
You can see even in this playing game that we're nominally watching here that it's a lot more physical than a regular season game anyway.
By the way, what the quote that I'm going to give you guys on the officiating, it's in the Steph Curry video. If you look in the description, I put the notes in there. See. Oh, okay. He said, as long as they're consistent, we can play any style.
As long as the Warriors are consistent.
As long as the refs are consistent.
Refs. Yeah, refs are consistent. Right.
He said that in the regular season, it's a lot easier to get consumed by the refereeing, and it's frustrating when it doesn't go. So for the playoffs, it may be frustrating if it doesn't go your way, but it's less of an issue of consuming your energy because you're so focused on the game plan. With so much attention on the game plan, you're less affected by the refs. And so, and he also said whether it's physical or ticky-tack. And I remember when the one person in the live chat was, what do you mean by ticky-tack? And I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of a funny name.
Oh, it's a Chickism. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised that it's a
real poet of the hardwood. Yeah. Him and Johnny Most, the two legendary announcers from back then. Nicole said this game looks a little slow paced. They do have about 50 points with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. So I'm not sure how slow. It does seem kind of slow, but they're scoring quite a bit, They're probably going to get to about 110, 120 points if it keeps up how it's been at the moment. New Orleans, in their typical classic fashion, is kind of taking it easy and going slow mentally, it seems. I guess the Thunder look a little more high tension or something. Doesn't necessarily mean better or worse, just the Pelicans have been here. The Thunder they have very little playoff experience outside Shea, right? Is there anyone on the court other than Shea Gilgeous who has playoff experience? I'm not sure about that.
The more pundits that predict us not to win the championship, the better.
Yeah, they predicted it after the regular season was over and before they've seen us play. Well, okay. Like, you want to wait for game one? No? All right. That's the job. I know.
Yeah.
But it felt, knowing Skip and Shannon, they felt like that was a specific segment on the Warriors rather than, that's just a guess, rather than who do you predict will do what. But it's all good. Been there. 14%. Oh, talking about the refs, I also think one thing that helps a lot in the playoffs is that after game one, like, these teams are playing each other at least 3 more times, and the refs kind of figure out both teams too a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
and they generally get better and better.
Well, the refs actually, I think they cut down a little bit from. They cut down from refs from the regular season, and then they cut down more and more down to the finals based on some rating system that they have that I don't know that much about.
The first 4 games are scheduled.
And it's 2 opponents playing each other over and over again, and they just kind of figure it out,
And
figure out
and then you
physicality.
Get game 5 through game 7, you'll get more of the cream of the crop.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
The refs. Let's check some tweets.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, that's most teams. It's either
What's
try
going
and
on?
get a fast break. I'm talking about Nicholas. Didn't mean they were scoring slowly or playing a slow pace. Just kind of not going 100 miles an hour and ping ponging the ball around the court like the Warriors do so much. That's true. It's a lot of either try and get a fast break off defense, drive and kick, or pick and roll, or ISO. That's what this is the 4 plays most teams run, it seems, and I really hope the Warriors' actual system, not just shooting threes or playing small, the actual motion offense of the Warriors takes off more and more in the NBA, because it's hard. It's going to be hard to go back, to trying to watch some team that's not the trio or whatever, just pick and roll, drive and kick, Hey, let's do a pick and roll, drive and kick, or ISO, or kick out.
You mean the Phoenix Suns? Yeah.
They have KD, so that's going to be enjoyable to watch either way. But
sure.
yeah.
Oh, I got to show you the speaking of system.
Wow, what a play!
What happened?
See that? What time are you
at? Commercial.
Oh, okay.
Happened before the commercial.
Well, Shea missed a fadeaway mid-range jumper, and the Pelicans got the rebound, and then 21 on the Thunder stole it on the rebound, put it up, and got fouled at the layup as a layup.
Oh, check this out in the background. Fast break, 3-pointer Clay. So when Clay makes it, be aware he's going to heat check himself. But credit Clay on this play.
Really?
Here's Clay on defense. Watch this. Reaches in. They lose the ball. Here we go. It's Clay again. He's going to shoot it. Unfortunately, that clip, he missed it.
Yeah.
But that was when he went 4 for 5 starting out. Something like that.
Right.
But yeah, talking about pace and how, we got Splash Brothers. So it's very different. Very unique.
Bludgeon's bringing up Tim Donaghy. Yeah. It wasn't just Buck Sixers, man. It wasn't the only one. But, no, I think the officiating's been very confusing during the regular season. But I'm actually not that worried about it in the playoffs. I think, this is where the NBA really makes their money. They're going to let people play and have more just more consistency, I think. These two teams, the Pelicans and Thunder. Well, they're the Pelicans are missing their best player, as good as Brandon Ingram is. It's pretty
that was
obvious.
Aaron Wiggins, by the way.
Aaron Wiggins, right? Oh, yeah, Wiggins. A-Dub.
He looks related to Andrew.
Almost there. He's even 21,
Yeah.
Almost 22. I'd still maintain that no player that I know of has ever gotten hotter offensively than Klay Thompson. I've never seen someone just like, oh, hey, I'm not going to miss anymore. Like, what do you mean, Klay? Like, you confident? No. Wow. I'm actually just not going to miss. Here's 10 threes in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Okay. Thank you. 37 points in a quarter. That's unbelievable. People don't talk about that enough. They don't talk about 11 threes in Game 6. In Game 6, 2019, he had 30 points on 12 shots with Kawhi on him. That's just sick, really. They're not playing like one of them is going to be eliminated, are they? David.
Yeah.
But it's been close the whole game. It's still a 1-point game right now. Well, maybe not the whole game, but, since about halfway or quarter through the first quarter.
Yep. Latest updates on Andrew Wiggins was just Steve, Steph, and Loon just talking about how great Wiggs looked. Steve compared it to Andre Iguodala. Never out of shape.
Yeah.
Pretty cool compliment right there.
Yeah, you love to hear that. And obviously, I didn't expect him going through whatever he's going through with his dad. Didn't expect him to, you can't, look, it doesn't matter what you do. You can't be in NBA shape unless you play NBA games and play with NBA teammates in practice. You can't do it, It's a whole, there's no way to simulate it. And you hear that all the time, even nowadays, I think, But to hear that he's going to be able to come back at all, with what? Basically, after arriving in the Bay, it's been 2 weeks or so. Is that right? Something like that?
What was that?
Since Wiggins got back to the Bay, it's been, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
A couple more days. And that he should be able to play. That shows something we already knew, which is, wow, incredible dedication. Ingram just missed a shot, and
Jackson Hayes,
yeah, man, I don't know how he caught that and threw it down. That was ridiculous.
Ouch.
Oh, you never like
Looks
to see
like
that.
he's okay.
Yeah,
Jackson Hayes, that's Jordan Poole's buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah. He had his whole weight on it too. Damn. Well, it looks like he's okay though. So.
Air Canada or Maple Jordan.
Maple Pippin. That's what I always say, man.
Maple Pippin.
Yeah.
Wow, the OKC NOP poll has gone down to 45-45%. That's pretty cool.
Okay. 55 for OKC?
Yeah. It was at like 64.
Yeah. Well, if you like to, tell us why in the comments. I'd love to know what's drawing you one way or the other.
Trey Murphy. All right. What's the score of that?
Yeah, I was wondering if Nicole's a little ahead of us and saw him. Because I thought that was knee on knee as well. That's what it looked like on the.
Well, he's fine now.
Yeah. Oh, it's, things can hurt and then they just kind of, nothing's damaged, so it goes away. Buzzer
Jumper, no good. I'm having trouble with my full screen. It won't. Man, I was saying great things about YouTube TV, but now I'm seeing the warts and it's bugging me.
Well, we are pretty bad, it seems, at designing digital technology that's just simple and easy to use for some reason. Yeah.
The title screen never goes away, and so I can't see the scoreboard underneath of it. But now it's gone away.
You can't.
Oh, it's so annoying, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when in basketball when you get a knee on knee, it just shocks the knee. It's pretty harmless actually, except for the first couple minutes where the knee is in shock from just banging with another knee. But it's pretty harmless. Much better than an ankle sprain.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not surprised Brandon Ingram came back. Doesn't look like anything affected him all that badly.
Yeah. He shot his free throws and looked fine.
He stepped on the other guy's foot.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Let's see that, Nicole. It's just halftime right now for me. It just happened.
Hulu? I'd have to think about it now. Man, I might have to.
That's like the
What's the difference?
$50 one though, right?
I think Hulu's like $5 cheaper. So it's like $72 or $67. It's like something ridiculous. But
what, a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, anybody wants to hop on my YouTube TV, just let me know because I don't use it for anything but basketball.
Rich, giving away YouTube TV. Just for joining in to watch the Pelicans play the Thunder.
Yeah, but the DirecTV is like legacy cable, so it's a little different. I would never sign up for one of those because they can't get the technology right.
Is it?
They can't stream it. They don't know how to stream. So I'll go with Hulu or YouTube TV or Fubo.
DirecTV, I thought that was a satellite thing.
Yeah. I used to have it. When the Heatles joined up, I went and got DirecTV and watched every single Miami Heat game.
Yeah.
That was back in the day.
Yeah, that pissed me off, man. I was a Kobe fan.
Yeah, that was actually back in the day when I actually rooted for LeBron, believe it or not. It sounds shocking now, right?
Terrible. Oh, wait, I rooted for him in the finals for the Lakers. Which I'm sure you did.
Xfinity. I mean, it works great on your TV, right? I'm talking about, does it work great on the laptop? That's what it comes down to for me.
Right.
Because I've got to make all these I've got to clip all the games. So how do you get access to all the games? Whether it's, and I don't want to wait 3 days like in League Pass. I want it like, if I needed it, which I haven't so far, but the plan is that I will. Like tonight, I should do a breakdown video. I really should. We'll see. Got to do my taxes too, though.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's April.
But over here in California or storm-affected area, we have actually until October. So we're actually good to go. But I need to get.
You have until October because of a storm?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess mail.
I've been told by my accountant, but hopefully she's right. But
just leave it until October.
It's her fault. Whatever. But no, I hope to get it all done by April 15th regardless. So here's the info. Boom, go. But we'll see. It's already April 12th. Man, I should work on that.
We're all witnesses. When did that happen, Nicole? You know, old school Warriors, LeBron rivalry here.
I think that was Cleveland.
Yeah, but what?
I remember him on the side of the building outside of the Quicken Loans Arena. And I seem to remember a witness being tied to that. I'm not sure. Stupid pose.
But was that the second Cleveland stint, or?
Yeah, second Cleveland stint, I think. Not sure.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, then sure, that's 2015. You know. Although I gotta remind everybody, we all thought those Cavs were going to win the title that year.
Hilarious.
Like around the league, you know. That was really hyped. Like Kyrie, Kevin Love, and LeBron, man, they're going to be the best team in the NBA. And they were really, really good. I know they didn't have Love in the finals, and Kyrie only played one game, but The mercenary. Yeah. Have you seen people trying to do because they'll say, I hate to say this, but they'll say like LeBum or whatever. And then like the super negative or toxic LeBron fans will try to call MJ Jor bum or something. It's just like, man, if you guys put half the amount of time, just watching basketball in a way to try and learn the game as you put into arguments, like you might not be full of rage, but hatred's hard to get over. It's really hard to get over hatred. It is. It's a problem, especially if you feel disrespected by the world. Yeah.
What do you think? See the comments? Do you think Wiggins coming back could slow us down?
Will he come off the bench? What do you think?
Don't answer a question with a question.
I'm a politician, Rich. I'm a media member now. I'm shifty.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he starts if I have to just guess.
Celebrating says go, Might as well put out Steph, Clay, Wiggs, Dre, and Looney, right? I mean, they've had a great that lineup, I think, has only played 14 minutes all year. So we just keep having the same season over and over and over again.
Where did you get that? That's an awesome stat.
I think that was from another podcast. It was I can't remember which one. I'm sorry. But you can look at it.
Wait a minute. Which lineup?
Steph, Clay, Wiggs, Dre, and Loon.
14. Are you sure? Because that was like the number one rated offense.
Yeah. Let me look it up.
Time. For like up until December. Maybe that was with Jordan Poole. Could have been.
Yeah, there were a bunch of Jordan. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they got it wrong. Maybe they were just joking or something. But well, let's see. Steph, Green, Looney, Thompson, Wiggins. Yep. They went 13-10.
So they had to play more than 14 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know what they were saying then. Oh, we went 8-2 with DiVincenzo, Green, Looney, Poole, and Thompson. That's interesting.
We went 8-2 with who?
Dante, Jordan, Clay, Draymond, and Looney.
Oh.
But, I think a little bit like Gary Payton with Andrew Wiggins, in that it's kind of, what did Payton say? Like riding a bike?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I think Wiggins is kind of he's kind of like that too. He's not I mean, just his athleticism and his defensive ability, allows him to come in and be impactful on that end. And then he doesn't really need much of the ball in his hands or to set up the offense himself. He really plays off of what the other players do extremely well, and that's. So I guess I'm not worried about reintegrating him at all. Yeah. Whereas if it were Jordan Poole, I think that would take time to reintegrate. Because or Dante or any of the main playmaking players on the team. Other than Steph. No, he's not coming back from injury. That's true. Yeah, and he is going to be well rested. This team does have a little bit of a rest, although they look kind of tired at the end of the year. I think that was more emotional. Can I ask, Rich,
All right.
how many viewers do we have right now?
30.
Really?
Oh, how many likes we got?
Yeah.
Maybe more than 30. Let's see. 24.
Oh, 6 more.
Please splash like button.
And rebounding, that's right, Bruce. Yeah, we need Wiggins to be a big time rebounder once he's fully at 100%. That'll be vitally important. Yeah, to and just like it was last season. Please, Nicole, go ahead. Yeah, keep them coming. Take any question you got.
She did ask. You missed it.
Oh, what?
I'll get to it in a sec. Let me type this in.
Oh, Kenny. Yeah. Kenny. My friend Kenny.
You know, can we dovetail this into something that was it Chris Haynes and Marc Stein talked about with Draymond, which is first of all, I don't know who would take his place. But I do know that it would behoove the Warriors to get another emotional type rah-rah leader. If it's not already Anthony Vereen, who is very vocal on the bench. Jacob Rubin as well, Draymond's pregame routine guy that he works with even at practice and stuff. But that was the thing with Mike Brown, was he was really loud. And sometimes you need that for your defense. And Kenny has his own way, but it's hard to go from how great Mike Brown was. You know, it almost makes Kenny look bad because Mike Brown was so great. And I don't really know how Kenny is. I just know that we seem to be more motivated during regular season games with Mike Brown. And so they talked about how Chris Haynes talked about how Draymond was acting in the Pelicans game, went into great detail, like courtside observation.
And this is the most recent one that they played, that they were talking about.
Yeah, the one at Chase Center where we had to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember how we were on that one. And we saw the championship DNA come out. We saw Draymond be the fiery leader. And he, the whole thing with Bob Myers and saying that we have no focus. He actually said that twice. And then Chris Haynes was marveling at Draymond's ability to affect the Pelicans as well. And Draymond was mentioning how what he was doing was not just a test to the Pelicans, but it was a test to our own young guys. Well, can they rise to the occasion as well? And Draymond went into halftime saying, "Hey, these guys are done. I can tell that the Pelicans are done. So let's, so all that stuff." Well, can we get another guy like that just in case for the future?
Talking about as a coach here?
No, not even a coach, a player. But I don't know if that guy exists, and it might be hard to find.
Well, I mean, I think there's some pretty good. That's one of the it's one of the reasons that having veterans in the league is so important. It's one of the things I'm really worried about, not having the MLE coming out, but you still should be able to get some pretty good leaders in veteran positions. You don't even necessarily have to play a huge amount, although it does help if they play a little bit more than Iguodala played this season. But Nicole, by the way, is suggesting maybe takes over for
Andre, he's not really the fiery type though. He's like the
I
wise.
think she's talking more about just the Kenny Atkinson's the lead assistant, right? So I think she was saying maybe Iguodala might coach.
We've talked about that before. I
Blazers.
don't see Andre as a coach because he's so involved in venture capital. And let me tell you, it's an addictive business to be in. So I'll be shocked if he doesn't do the venture capital thing because it's a very itchy thing to scratch. Trust me. I've been there. I did it myself.
I can see maybe more if he's going to do something more of an S-dot type front office thing,
No,
you know?
venture capital. It's too.
Only?
It's
He's
to
going
do it
to
right.
he's just
You need
not
to
going
do
to
it
be
full
on
time.
the team.
If you want to be a billionaire through venture capital, you got to do it full time. So I think he's going to scratch that itch. He's got to at least try it. But that's just from I don't know, just sort of gut feeling, which I could be wrong. So if tomorrow he announced that, he has interest in coaching, that would surprise me, but it could happen. You never know. So I don't really have any information.
I can see that. And I think it's less likely that Iguodala gets into that because Draymond, I can't see him staying away for years, really. I think he just loves that competitiveness, I mean, I can see him waiting until his kids go through high school or whatever, but I think I can see him needing that, like, I need to win at the highest level type thing. I might be wrong. I thought Kobe might go to Europe to play after his career was over, and he was just completely done. So I'm not sure his body would let him do that to what he wanted. Oh, that's a dark joke, Bruce. Man. Wow. Yeah. So,
well, you could always do a podcast.
Yeah, I think he'll be involved in the game for a long time, and he could, media that could be part of his whole. I mean, venture capital can be. It really doesn't limit you to anything, right? I mean, you could be building up a media company talking about basketball, So,
oh, and he already does that.
Yeah. No. Oh, I mean, a large
technology guys onto his podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's happening in the game? All right, New Orleans up by 5, third quarter.
We're not talking about politics, right? What do you mean, Blazing? This is a close game. However, if the Thunder lose, they'll get a high draft pick anyway. So they're kind of set, aren't they?
I guess they're set with ceiling. Always have a high ceiling. Josh Giddey inside, 9:44 to go. Dalai Lama? That's politics?
I don't know what.
3-point game.
He was in the news.
New Orleans.
We don't really have to discuss it, though. Oh.
CJ misses a 3.
Getting back into the game. That little miscue turnover from the Pelicans that led to a Giddey layup. Yeah. They must still be coming back from halftime, right? The stands look a little empty here. Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
But Dad's saying they haven't come back from halftime. Yeah.
It's a little bit more full than it was when they started.
Yeah. Probably. We'll see.
No, whoever wins against the Pelicans or Thunder will face the Timberwolves. The Lakers are already the 7th seed. They're done playing play-ins. Wow, that looked like he was out of bounds when he tapped that in. But it's a wide open 3. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry, Rich. Are we in a similar time slot here?
I'm at 8:25.
Oh, so you're way ahead of me.
Broadcast. It's not.
Are you on cable
Oh, that's
I think it's
definitely good.
or streaming?
streamed ESPN on
Okay.
TV.
Oh,
Okay.
let's see where we're at if we go to all of this is still going to be streamed. But it might be different.
I'm going to try going to the cable version, see if it's a little bit ahead, a little bit
It's still
closer to yours.
streaming.
Well, I could slow mine down.
Oh, no, we'll try and get up to your speed here, Rich. Yeah, do you have an opinion about that, Blazin? Who you'd like to win between these two, or who you think will play well against the Timberwolves, or whether you want the Timberwolves to win? I mean, I think this is going to be a pretty interesting. Okay, so I'm at 8:08 now.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're on cable?
This is still streaming.
7:52.
What are they?
I think you got. Oh, I don't know.
You're at 7. What are you at now?
7:44, 7:43, 7:42.
Okay, yeah. So I'm about 5 seconds game time behind you here.
Oh, I can just pause it.
Okay. You want to wait till a break?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's
All
see.
right.
We'll see. It's a dead ball.
Yeah, it's a dead ball for me too. And it's a replay of Ingram.
Inbounded 7:35, 34, 33.
I'm still 2 seconds behind you.
All
That's
right.
I mean that's close enough. Give me. In fact, I think that's what they
Oh.
do on
There we go.
broadcasts. I think they have a slightly slower stream to look down at after they watch the live action. I won't be surprised. This is still a close game, 71-71.
Yep. All right. Shea down. Wow. And one. Shea.
That's unbelievable, man. Total body control, you know?
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, no problem.
That's amazing. Number 3 in free throws attempted.
Really? Who's number 1? Oh, it's Embiid, huh? I would bet.
I don't know. Who's number 2?
Harden? Giannis, maybe.
Do we know for sure?
No, I'm looking it up right now. For 2023. Yep, Giannis. Giannis.
You see the thing
Joel.
where
Oh,
Giannis was like, I don't shoot threes very well, but I do all these other things. That was hilarious. He's a funny guy, man.
Yeah, I love Giannis. He's a good guy, for sure. Steph. I wonder if Steph's ever been in the top. What is this? 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
I wonder if Steph's ever been in the top 20 in free throw attempts.
Ibotta. What the heck is that? The sponsor for the Pelicans.
Ibotta.
Giddey.
Sounds like a online marketplace type thing, but
Oh,
technology company. Get cash back every time you shop. Earn cash back and save. Save. Well,
wow.
aren't I
there's at least
spending
2 of
money?
them. Rakitin's like that too, and they're on the Warriors jerseys.
All right. Sorry. What do you, never what, Nicole? Sorry. I got a lot going on. What are you talking about?
Oh man, Shea just went through
It's,
two guys.
man, that honestly, I think Shea's a lot closer to like jaw level than people are giving him credit. You know, I think those two are. I'm not trying to compare their game or anything. Just in terms of like, I really trust this dude to be able to make huge plays and do unbelievable things pretty much every night. You know. Of course, Warriors played against him in 2019, so I'm sure we all remember that one. Or most of us do. We're top 20, right? Yeah. Well, maybe 2016 or something. Of course, there's always a bright side to everything, you know. It's great. It's great when you're arguing for Steph and old heads, you know. Well, you didn't have you didn't have hand checking then. It's like, well, you ever see Steph's arms? You know, just full of scratches and claws and everything. You know? Claw marks. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, he's tough, man. You love to see it. I have no idea, man. If Gobert and McDaniels played, you know, the Lakers would have had a totally different game plan and different lineups and things like that, you know. I don't think they would have played AD at the 5, probably as much as they might have. I only saw a little bit of the game, but it seemed like Davis was basically the center for a lot of that, and which you can do a lot easier against Karl Anthony Towns than you can do against Rudy Gobert. I think it would have helped the Timberwolves, though, to have him. Yeah, I mean, they're high-paid, you know, important starting-level players that were both out due to throwing fists. So, I guess. Yeah. Oh, you don't want my opinion, Blasian? That's who's the most dangerous team in the East.
Go ahead.
Well, the Bucks look really good. They do. They're the only 61 team in the NBA, right? Sure of that. Oh, no. I guess no team won 60. Bucks won 58. Huh. I thought they won 60. Yeah, there's no 61 teams this year at all.
Wow.
But
it's a tough one, isn't it? It's either Boston or the Bucks.
I still think I'd take the Celtics. You know,
if you're using the word dangerous, then I'll say Celtics. Yeah, dangerous wise.
Why? What's the difference?
Let's see. The difference is
we got a tech here.
I don't want to say higher ceiling, but more of I can't even describe it. Just kind of like, I guess maybe more physical to get you to that higher plane that you need to be at to make it to the finals. But of course, I don't really know. I mean, I'm going to try and enjoy the matchups and see what happens. And if it does become Bucks versus Celtics, and it should be fun to watch.
Yeah, those are the only two I really want coming out of the East anyway. I think those two organizations are really. I hate to say it, but it's super cliche. But I think they play basketball the right way, and they're definitely, I think, more fun to watch than even a really good team like the Sixers. Just Embiid's great, but it's a lot of free throws, man. A lot of Embiid isoing and stuff like that, or Harden pick and roll, drive and kick type stuff. It's just a lot more fun to watch the Celtics certainly, and the Bucks too, I think. So. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but just hypothetically, I mean, the Suns Warriors sounds great because that's the conference finals. Like, yeah, I'll take it. We can't play them until then, so sounds good. It's one fun thing about if we face the Suns is that styles make fights, and it's just totally different styles. I think the Warriors have a lot more depth, and the Suns are kind of top heavy. And you got the unicorn, sort of all time. What every basketball team is thought of as a star player type in Kevin Durant versus this really revolutionary, kind of. I think we don't really understand how much Steph has changed the game. And man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is just going to line at will, man. Little pump fake, look for the ribs, shoot the ball into their armpit. Go to the line for two of the easiest points of the night.
Numbers. 20 points, 5 rebounds.
Oh, it's 20 points. Well, I guess
third
it's not
quarter,
that far.
4:22 to go. When is MVP going to be named?
It's late. It's in the playoffs that they start naming things. It's one of the last regular season awards named. I forget. Jokic was already out when he got his MVP last year. They gave it to him in Serbia while he was riding a horse or something, I think.
Yeah. Wow, what a good memory you have. You know me in awards. I'm just gonna not care very much. Even though
but he was asking when it came out.
All NBA has an effect on salaries. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you find the positionless thing interesting at all?
Yeah, I think it's better if we're gonna tie it to salaries.
But what if it's just 15 point guards at some point? Does that matter? Or is it just the top 15? Or does it have to be a team?
Well, that's kind of the problem, is that I won't know how I feel about that unless it happens.
Right, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I don't know. But overall, I really don't care about awards. And my thing is that I come across so much different content, a lot of it behind the scenes type stuff that I have enough pipeline of content. Lou Dort's hurt.
Yeah, he's not one to fake that type of stuff either.
He's looking. He's like, are they going to review that? And they are. But anyway, yeah. So because I have a lot of content, I could be doing a breakdown video or a behind the scenes video. Clay has done a couple of anti-clips in the last month. That we have Steph Curry has done a couple of off the court things, and I have all this off the court stuff that's piled up ready for me to compile and upload. And I'm just like more interested in that type of content than any of the crap, the comparisons, rankings, awards, and predictions. So
Oh, for
honestly,
sure.
I really do not care about MVP or all NBA, and that's why. So
yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's.
different.
I think it's interesting to see where public opinion and everything is, and certainly I think I mean you have to admit when Steph won those 2 MVPs, it was a lot of fun, especially the crowd chanting MVP. But it doesn't matter the way winning games matters to me at all. I totally agree with you on that, Rich. I kind of think it's really it's also losing its celebration in a way. It's more about my guy versus your guy, this team versus that team, and less of a celebration of players, and that's kind of sad, I think. But just to answer Blazing's question, last year the MVP was was handed out on May 9th. So my guess is about a month from now. Although the ballots are already in, I think, by the end of the regular season. They have to be. So that, you can't see him in the play-in or game 1 or whatever. And change your opinion for a regular season award.
I don't mind if we're like on a live stream and we're not completely into this game and someone asks about, what do you think if the Suns face the Warriors, make an exception at that point in time, because I mean, we could talk about it, but it really doesn't matter unless it happens as well.
Yeah. Right.
But
Sure.
we moved on from that pretty quick. You were saying something about let's see, you said we don't really understand how much Steph has changed the game.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
Well,
then are you basically saying if we play the Suns, then you'll see how much Steph has changed the game? Or
no. I don't think we'll really understand it until just having a smaller player like that who introduces this incredible off-ball ability and
but what's that got to do with the Suns?
Oh, didn't no, it was just a comparison between styles make fights, with Durant being the archetypical NBA star in any era, and Steph, being kind of my height, sort of, a little bit, a little taller, but not much. And, Katie, the isolation scorer, Steph, the off ball, gravity creator, and the Warriors, the depth and the long-term team commitment, the Suns, the top heavy, traded for Chris Paul and KD, and, just the styles make fights type thing.
Style makes fights?
Styles make fights. Yeah. Never heard that
Wow,
before?
I've never heard of that.
Really? Oh, wow. Yeah. They say it from time to time on sports. So that's probably where I got it. Yeah. But I think it's true, I mean, it's kind of one of the reasons I think.
Oh, like boxing. But
sure.
I haven't heard of that. But I can see how maybe it came from boxing.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I'm not sure where it came from, but I mean, boxing makes sense. Of course, the Celtics were very similar to us. last year in the finals, and that still felt like a fight, So,
yeah.
But probably, the easiest way to explain is just the 2015-16, strength in numbers Warriors versus King James, Prince Kyrie. Kind of had the Cavaliers and Roundheads.
What was Kevin Love then?
He was the court jester. I don't know.
It's a pretty big court jester.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what's the score anyways? 91-83 OKC. Wow. 2 minutes, 156 to go. Q3. Let's see. So what else should we talk about? Anybody got anything? Let's go comments.
The Jazz were the number 1 team in the league for a little while.
Yeah.
Or in the West. The Pelicans were the number 1 team. Huh?
Wow. I know. Yeah. Man, it's a marathon, isn't it?
They both might be out before the playoffs start.
Yep. And Portland. There should be a list of all teams that were number 1 in the West.
Portland. Yeah. More than 2 games in, or whatever, like minimum 10 games or something. I think most of them did that. What did the Blazers start off? 8-2 or something like that.
Yeah,
might not be quite right, but they had a nice start and just
give the schedule maker a raise. He made it exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Draymond loves Willie Green too. He's on my television set.
I was just gonna say, very, very curious to hear how they do it.
Who does it?
Oh, how he coaches in a huddle and yeah. You don't get the Bobby Knights anymore.
No, it doesn't work. I don't think. I mean, obviously, you get Steve Kerr breaking clipboards from time to time,
but he hasn't broken one in a long time.
He's getting mild.
He's gotten He's one of the. He would even be more mild than Willie Green there. I think, like, just the way he'll look you in the eye and go, value every possession. Just giving reminders and stuff.
Yeah,
and I think that has merit because I can tell you from my experience as a coach, and we're just talking men's league, so it's chaotic. We are way worse than these guys, but I would say that we might be more organized than an AAU team,
right?
Those a bunch of teenagers and young coaches in there, so we're a bunch of grown men and like. Sometimes we got to just yell to emphasize, but I think that gets old pretty quick, and then you get desensitized to it. So it has. So how do you get through to everybody? And honestly, it was hard to get through to my guys. You just hope for the best. You just hope for, that they come through.
That's
point out something, but I would go that route sometimes. I would try and look for something interesting about a certain way a guy was playing and just individually coach him up and go, oh, you could do this and that. That was the only way I could figure out a way that they would actually listen, was to come up with that, which is totally different than the NBA. NBA, I think the way these guys are doing it is the right way. Just what Willie Green just did. That's the right way.
I wasn't able to hear him. The sounds off for me.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at that. It was just more his demeanor.
Right. Yeah.
And man, coaching is hard, man.
Sure. Sure. And you know, I
especially
think
in the heat of the battle.
one of the secrets is the best leaders always get you to invest as if, well, get you to be totally invested as a group, you know?
Yeah.
Now, you hear that about Steph, you know, where everyone wants to succeed to help Steph be successful, but it's not all about Steph. It's about the team being successful, you know? And there is still maybe we forgot, but there is still a kind of Bobby Knight element to the Warriors coaching. And his name is Draymond. But he's playing, you know.
I want to go back to the Draymond podcast with Chris Haynes and Marc Stein.
Oh
I noticed that the one
Look at all
thing
those draft picks. That's crazy.
I noticed. Oh wow, 15 more draft picks.
Yeah, in the 5 seasons.
Jeez. So Draymond told Chris Haynes, and then they left it out of the segment because I noticed that the segment that they chose, which was about the punch and moving on from that and facing the music. But Draymond had said that there's certain things that, you know, his video got leaked, but us running plays during practice never gets leaked. And then he goes, Steve Kerr chewing us out. I forgot the exact words, but
I think he said going ape, you know.
Going ape, ape bleep on us in practice. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
Kerr's all nice on the court and everything, but you get him behind closed doors.
He's gonna keep that.
Jordan!
Yeah, he's gonna keep that in house for sure.
Yeah.
But during practice,
locker rooms, you know. Yeah, I think losing McDaniels was a pretty big blow, just because he seemed to be one of their best perimeter defenders, you know. And also, that one thing we have to point out is that was a very close game with the Timberwolves and Lakers, Bruce. And Anthony Edwards shot horribly. I don't think he played terribly, but he shot really, really poor. He was like 3 of 17, you know. 0 for 9, I think, from 3. And you know, I think Anthony Edwards is really rising, which could be that could be a fun matchup of Shea and Ant-Man, actually, if OKC can win this game. And it still is a quarter left to go too, you know. So these are both young teams, both missing hugely important pieces. I think certainly the Pelicans, and I think Chet Holmgren's still going to be really good for the Thunder. I still feel bad wanting the Thunder to win. Oh, that was crazy.
Hey, barely misses at the buzzer.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing to.
It seemed like the Pelicans were standing around waiting for the clock to turn off too, you know.
OKC up 9.
Yep.
Oh, heading into the 4th.
I still feel a little bad rooting for the Thunder though, just because, man.
They got a lot of draft picks, yeah.
No.
Oh.
I want the Sonics back.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah.
How can Seattle not have a basketball team?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that should have been addressed. Look, Charlotte lost the Hornets in 2002, and they got the Bobcats in 2005. Why did it take so long? Whatever. It's going to happen soon, I think. There's been a lot of whispers about that.
Hope so.
Which probably would put Memphis in the East, which means the Warriors play the Grizzlies in the finals. Wouldn't that be crazy? Man. Finals matchup, Warriors Grizz.
Have they said?
I mean, that's just totally hypothetical. But,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I hope it happens sometime soon. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Next 5 years.
Oh, I'd love to get a Sonics jersey, man.
Yeah.
It's a great city. You know? I really like Seattle.
Yep. Curry said that he would. Yeah.
Yeah. The Warriors are a lot more used to.
It was more, to be more precise, it was more Marcus Thompson was asking about he never said janky defenses like Steph originally did. And actually Kareth chimed in to go, you kind of you made not made up the word janky, but we hadn't heard that in a while. But it was all a reference to 2019.
Right, yeah.
So it wasn't really Steph saying that, oh, Mike Brown might do a box and one on me. It was more a response to, do you think they'll try different things on you, such as the box and one that you saw in 2019?
Oh no, they won't guard me at all.
Yeah. So there's probably an article coming out from Marcus Thompson about this. So FYI.
Yep.
And so
he does everything for a reason.
Yeah. So to be more precise, it's just wanting some quotes from Steph about whether he's used to seeing janky defenses without using the word janky. Because if you're Marcus Thompson, you probably wouldn't go that route because that feels like clickbait. So you want to stay above board, so to speak, and not use the word janky because Steph made that famous back in 2019.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Whatever way Marcus Thompson did it, which was a great, I can't remember how he asked it. So I think that article's coming out, so we can look forward to that. And it would have something to do with a special defense that Mike Brown's done, and Steph has, possibly boxing one. And when asked about it, Steph said, "We used to do that with Mike Brown,
right?
On our team, obviously." So.
And Brown was on the team for how long? How many years was he with us? 15 years. The coach in the finals for the Cavs, right? So was it 17? 2016?
2017, yeah.
2017?
Definitely not 2016.
Why not?
Because I distinctly remember he was not on the team in 2016. That was like Luke Walton era.
Sorry, Bruce. Yeah. Who then went to the Kings? Yeah. Interesting.
Well, Lakers, then the Kings. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I always remember how Luke Walton described
Luke Walton, the Lakers. I was watching a lot of those.
They were like,
games.
"How did you break the news to Steve that you were going to the Lakers?" And he was like, "I told him I was interviewing for the." No, he said something to the effect of, "Yeah, I'm interviewing." Man, I'm telling the story kind of wrong. I think I'm interviewing with the Lakers. Oh, really? Oh, and then they said, yeah. So see ya. That was his way of saying see ya, but it was kind of funny.
Very, very Walton Senior like.
Ooh, 98-94.
Yeah.
Close game. 10:22 to go.
New Orleans is a cool city. I haven't been there, but it seems like a very interesting place too. I had a friend who moved there from Utah too.
New Orleans making a run.
Yeah,
now 2-point lead.
I like Dagnall too.
Yeah.
Seems like a very stable
Yeah.
coach. Like St. James Parish or something. Oh, Nicole, I know. But look, you never want to duck an opponent. It doesn't work out well, you know? So can't be afraid to lose.
No.
We're just going to go back and look at Mike Brown's defensive schemes. I'm sure they will. But I also think they'll probably more concerned with what the Kings have been doing throughout the season, you know, rather than the way Brown coached the Warriors when he was here. Oh, and speaking of the janky defense thing, the box and one, I think that was a little rarer in 2019 than it's become now. Just feel like there's a lot more after Nick Nurse did that. There's a lot more of that type of stuff, you know, fluidly switching box and one, man zone, you know, whatever. So that was that was a half decade ago.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Steph and the Warriors would be a lot more prepared and used to whatever the Kings are going to throw at us.
It will be interesting if we go. Well, there'll be adjustments and adjustments and adjustments, and so I think Mike Brown will plan to deploy a janky defense later in the series. Whether that is something to plan for or happens naturally. If it happens, it should be fun because hopefully it'll be deep in the series. Maybe we got them on the ropes. And maybe the game before Steph went on fire. So then next game, what's he going to do? You know, that'd be fun. So hopefully that happens.
And I think, you know, one nice thing that I hadn't really thought of is that, you know, we had a really, really good team of veterans last year, but Dante, man, he is just another playmaking, shooting, defending, rebounding player out there, you know, that I'm not. Who was that guy last year? You know, we always have the Game 6 box score to bring up if we want, but I think having Dante be able to play make alongside Jordan and Clay,
you didn't have a guy like that, right?
Dre and Steph and Wiggins. I mean, that's a lot of playmakers out there, you know. So it's a little harder to do box and one when you have the best off-ball player ever and a bunch of playmakers, which the Warriors did not have in 2019 in the finals without KD and with injured and then badly injured Clay. So. Yeah, Three Little Birds is what it's called, Bruce. Yeah. Don't worry.
CJ misses a jumper.
CJ, kind of a up and down performance today. Hasn't really popped off the screen to me. Yeah. Although I haven't watched intensely.
I think earlier they were saying highest scoring average of anybody who hasn't made the All-Star team. Made an All-Star team.
Oh, he's in the new Mike Conley slot. The best player without an All-Star team appearance, which obviously Conley got a few years ago. He is the president, though, was a MBPA. So not a lot of flagrants on CJ.
What a sweeping hook by Jalen Williams. Beautiful.
That was with a Y.
Yeah.
Or as the jazz announcer could said it, Jalen with an L. Thank you.
Who said that?
Right. That was one of the jazz announcers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Everybody has little things that they get caught on, speaking wise, and that was one of them. It was funny though. Jalen Williams with an L. Thanks. Oh yeah. This is a pretty talented Thunder
when have we
team,
seen
though.
a hook shot like that? That's beautiful.
Oh man, yeah, it was old school, which I love. It's a hook shot.
Oh, JV just clocked Lou Dort and they get a 3 out of it.
Yeah,
See if
he did the I don't see you there backup European crap.
Dagno is not furious. You'd think he'd be furious about that, but anyways, OKC up by 1.
Yep. Shea not constantly demanding the ball here either.
Oh wow, tip out. Oh, breakout dunk by Richardson, Josh Richardson.
Alexander probably should have tried to contest a little harder on that one, but I guess you don't want to foul.
Ooh, Giddey is pissed after a bad screen. Wow, good thing there was super long distance for him to go.
Yeah.
Wow, never seen Giddey that mad.
He didn't run very fast either.
Wow.
See, he's got the
hugged him. So
Australian.
Now there's more.
Oh, it's JV again. He's setting screens and.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at Shea.
Yeah, get it serious, man. He's really upset.
Good leadership. Yeah, I know. Let's see.
Yeah, I want to see what happened here.
Yeah, it was a dirty play.
Did he hit him in the groin?
Let's see. Let's look at this angle. Oh, boy. Yeah, got him in the gut like that. Yeah. I've seen that in Filipino leagues.
Man, that's where guys stop talking and just start swinging. So lucky he's as calm as he is.
I've seen that so many times in.
He hit him in the future.
That's PVA is renowned for that type of stuff. So, or at least old school Philippines basketball. I don't know if they've cleaned it up over the decades, but this par for the course in the Philippines. But it is dirty. It's cheap shot. You gotta call a flagrant on this. You got to.
Yeah, I think they are going to. I mean, it wasn't flailing while you're going down the lane, or let's see what the call is here.
It's crazy to do that in this era of replays and flagrants. Why would you do that?
It's more emotion than not thinking than.
Oh, he said, "Don't do that BS again, Josh." Josh pointed at Richardson. Incredible.
Yeah, don't do that. Ish. Yeah, it's a low blow. You guys are on fire.
How are you guys booing? Come on, New Orleans.
Oh, well,
they're
Saints fans probably. They got that fiery Southern
low blow, man.
Attitude.
Yeah. Nope. Oh, in and out. They cheer.
It is a tie game.
Richardson comes out.
Wait, they shot 2 flagrants, and he's not kicked out of the game.
Flagrant 1.
Oh, it's still 2 free throws?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's not a tech. It's flagrant. Yeah.
Good ball movement.
Yeah, OKC's playing some pretty good team game here. For young guys with no experience, they're really playing well.
Yeah.
I guess Dort. Oh, that's right. OKC did make the playoffs with Chris Paul back in 2020.
Yeah.
So
Dort
I guess
was
some
great.
of them have. Yeah,
That was his rookie year, I think.
I think so. And
Comes Giddey downhill.
oh,
Lost it.
yeah. So one matchup that I should have been paying more attention to was Lou Dort and Herb Jones, which seemed like kind of similar, real tough. Great perimeter defenders.
for 3.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I liked Valanciunas these past couple
Check
years.
his 3-point percentage.
Of course, he was on the Grizzlies team that eliminated us, wasn't he? Pretty sure. And then they traded for Steven Adams, right?
In the play-in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. He was. Yeah. I'm thinking Zebo days.
Oh no.
But they didn't eliminate us anytime before when we beat them.
Nope.
2015.
These playing games are.
They crushed us in the regular season all the time.
Oh really?
Prior to that, yeah.
Well, you won your 73rd game of the season against them.
That Memphis series, man, that goes down as one of the greatest comebacks in Warriors history.
The 2015 one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one where Steph was a little bit down, so they took him out to go eat some ribs out in Memphis.
Yeah.
Down 2-1.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And we won 3 straight.
Yeah, went on to win the.
Oh, and that's the one where
Rockets.
Nick Uren became famous. And Steve talked about that with Bob Myers a couple weeks ago on the Bob Myers podcast, where he let Uren take some credit for that, and rest is history. Anyways, Jalen with the 3, so 537 I got.
Yeah, I'm 537 now, so I'm still just right behind it.
I'll pause a little bit. Boom. Trey Jones.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit of a
maybe 35%. That's amazing for a center.
Hazy game in the beginning, but it started to get pretty exciting here in the 4th.
Tough shot.
Someone mentioned the play-in tournament and March Madness and having a little bit of this fun, single elimination type competition here to get into the playoffs. And this looks a little bit like a good college basketball game to me. Right? It's a lot faster paced, but kind of has that environment. Everybody's standing, looks like, in the arena too.
Ooh. Big rebound by Giddey.
Yeah.
End of the line.
Mm-hmm. He's one of those players who seems to be always in the right place. Yeah. Looks like JV also bumped knees here a little bit or something. Looked like he was grimacing on the replay. Yeah, it's getting interesting. Hey, look out, Rich. You're on Basketball Reference. Maybe YouTube will think you're streaming the game and shut you off.
What's that?
The ad.
The bottom, yeah. Be careful.
I can't believe during Game 6 that happened. I mean, it's just like
I know, huh?
The biggest game that there could possibly be for this channel in one season.
Yeah.
We get shut off a couple minutes after the finals were over. was like, what, an hour?
That was nuts.
Well, I guess we'll have to do it again and get it right this time, Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for looking out. Oh, is this a charge? Let's see. He's moving.
Yeah, I think he's moving too.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Shooting free throws. Good game here. 4:06 to go.
CJ has a chance
to tie it.
Yep. Yeah, I think we all do like Giddey. He's a good young player. I mean, it's interesting to have a player who's so consistently taking the ball up the court like that at his size, on such a young team. I think you have.
Travel.
I mean, they next year they could put out a line of what? Shea, Dort, Giddey.
Well, if they
Jalen Williams and
Dort wouldn't like it, probably coming off the bench, the amount of money he makes.
Oh no, I'm not.
But if they started Chet, then Giddey would be Shea would be the smallest, huh? 6'5", 6'6".
Well, I'm saying you could do Shea, Dort, Giddey, Jalen Williams, and Chet.
Yeah, but Dort is 6'4".
So he's a shooting guard.
But I thought your point was to make a point.
I just think that's a good lineup.
Team. Oh, okay.
No.
That we were doing tall team.
Oh, I'm not trying to recreate the 2010 Lakers here, where I guess Derek Fisher.
Lakers.
They were huge, dude.
Lamar Odom.
And Ron Artest. Bynum and Gasol. And Derek Fisher wasn't tall, but he was massive.
Oh.
It was a huge team.
No, that doesn't count.
Why not?
Derek Fisher.
So 6'2". What? He was like 230 pounds.
No.
It felt like
count as like, a tall team. No.
Well, fine. Kobe, Artest, Odom, Gasol, and Bynum. Is that big enough?
Nope. Because you have Fisher in there.
Well, I took him out and put in Artest.
What, second unit?
No. This is a shooting guard.
This is an NBA 2K?
No, you can play. I'm sure they played that lineup.
Oh, my stream died. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Oh. Well, Hoops Rumors just posted a Warriors-related thing. Let's see what that's about.
Oh, really?
Twitter.com Hoops Rumors.
What do you mean Steph and Clay get 89? You're predicting 89 points?
Here we go. Tax concerns. Okay.
Great.
Oh, they get a free click from me. Let's see. Okay. Here's my gripe. The Warriors haven't determined when Andrew Wiggins will resume playing, but there's optimism, writes CJ Holmes. I mean, yeah, but okay, I get it. But Madeline Kenny also wrote about this, and so did the NBC Sports guy in charge of writing it. I just, general information. They can't distinguish between, I don't know. How do they pick him over Madeline Kenny? That's what I'm wondering, but whatever. Not that
honestly, it could just be personal, connections or whatever. Right?
Could be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you should credit all the beat writers on there, but I'm just being totally nitpicky and annoying. Let's see let's get to the point of this. 2 scrimmages. Mom back?
Yeah. Left work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So really putting in the hours.
Okay. Oh, radio appearance. Stephen Curry. Not much here. 26.27. Even though the Warriors won't play
Unburden yourself.
this option, be
I thought
eligible
you
for
had-
new
I-
extensions.
It's just for
No, please send the link,
Oh,
Nicole.
that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Most of the team that has a projected salary tax. Relays. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think Keith Smith was calling that the super tax, which is I think is a pretty good name for it.
Oh, for the
next,
extra,
yeah.
the one where you get no MLE.
Yeah, pay more money and also get something that you've always had taken away. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's have our owners do what every fan wants them to do and spend on this business. It's like,
yeah, they just want to level the. They don't want they want another like NFL where you can't really predict who's going to win the Super Bowl any given year. Period.
You also have
really can't.
maybe, but
it's parody tactics. I see it as.
I think it's also just they got really. The other owners got really nervous about Ballmer and Lacob and maybe Matt Ishbia. It seems like that's going to be a pretty expensive team pretty quickly. If they're trying to get any kind of veteran depth around those guys. And Draymond keeps saying, he thinks at least under this CBA they're going to be the last dynasty. So
yeah, I agree. Those are tactics to encourage parity. I could see that.
But is that what people really like?
Yeah, we're outvoted.
No, I don't think so.
There's more owners out there who don't think they'll ever win.
Here's the thing, though. Everybody hated LeBron for going to Miami, and everybody hated KD for going to the Warriors, right? Like, other than the Heat and Warriors fans, right? I'm talking about in the media and general milieu or whatever the people. But everybody loved, teams that stuck together and worked through it and rose through the ranks. And honestly, I don't care if it's the popular opinion. I think experts and historians of this game know how to create a league that people want to watch more than the average person on Twitter. They just do. And it felt like they really reacted very harshly, based on last year and the year before that, rather than really thinking forward deep into the game. But there's about 2.5 minutes to go in this very close game, which is tied again. I would like to see how many times, how many lead changes and how many ties there have been, because there must have been, dozens, it feels like, Oh, that's great. I love to hear that. Steph, Kobe, and Snoop Dogg. That's that's music to my ears. And I think so. SYC, yeah, man. I think so. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you disagree, Rich, but I think you agree on that one.
What?
The homegrown talent, and keeping teams together if possible, if they've earned it, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's fair for the Warriors, especially where we are right now, what we've developed, but it also doesn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised in 2029, is that it? 2030? Whenever the CBA is over, if they actually change it back. But then it'll be too late for Steph. Maybe. Maybe he'll still be in the league or whatever, but
yeah,
it feels like they're going to change it back after the CBA to something else. Try and get there. I mean, look, man, the Warriors are the team. They're the most popular team. They're making the most money. They're making Sacramento.
Actually, I think the Lakers are the most popular just based on I think the NBA released something today to that effect. Also, they released top 15 NBA jerseys. Jordan Poole is number 15.
I'm not surprised. When I was in Salt
Crazy.
Lake, a bunch of Warriors jerseys that I saw, obviously a ton of Steph, Clay, Draymond, but there was a lot of Jordan Poole jerseys,
Really?
Yeah, that kids were wearing and being sold, I think,
I gotta
even.
scroll down a million. So there was, so anyways, not to nitpick, but Warriors are number 2 on the
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Lakers are big because they
they
have
got the global
LeBron.
brand name.
They have the history too, But
dang,
I don't think the Lakers would get the same
top selling
ratings.
NBA merchandise. Boom.
Yeah,
Lakers.
I still don't think the Lakers would get the same ratings or anything right now in the finals or whatever that the Warriors would. Maybe they would, but
they have the global
Warriors.
brand.
Yeah, but the Warriors have been kind of, they've been kind of the most important team in basketball.
OKC down 1.
for-
Shea downhill. They're not gonna.
what a shot.
Fade away baseline. 28 seconds.
Look, 8-foot mid-range jumpers. Those are good shots. You should get them in the clutch if you can. That's one of the maturity things. I think a lot of young players in this situation see they were down 2. Is that right? Are they up 1 now?
I believe 1.
Sorry, they were down 1. They're up 1 now. They would go for a 3.
Yeah.
They just pull up from wherever they could. And Shea drove left. Obviously, it's easier to shoot jumpers if you're right-handed driving left because your right
back
shoulder is always aligned with the basket. It's a nice, easy little shot with a very, in rhythm. Fadeaway. I just love the. I just love the decision making there from the young player. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce. I love watching stars shoot the mid range. It used to be a bread and butter shot for every type of NBA player, and I'm glad that's gone because it's the mid range is a shot for stars to shoot from at this point. Steph, Clay, Shea, KD, LeBron, Jimmy, Butler, Kawhi, all those CP3, DeRozan, yeah, of course. Ingram, yeah. So you don't want it as bread and butter shot for every player in your team, like you want corner threes.
28 seconds.
But I'm glad it's being more utilized now.
Brandon Ingram against Dort. Good lateral movement, Dort. CJ. Back to Ingram.
Posting up in the mid-range again. Shimmy.
Missed it. Oh, Jalen Williams. They got a foul, right? Yep.
They're not fouling. They're letting the shot.
Oh.
Wow. They waited way too long to foul there, man.
It's like lost 4 seconds.
Yeah.
We got timeouts though.
That was a pretty good shot, though, I thought, from Ingram. It just didn't fall.
Warriors.
Whoa, Giddey's got 29 points.
Look at RJ's perfectly. Look at that. It's perfectly placed for a StreamYard.
Oh, Rich loves his emojis, man.
Good for you.
You know what you're doing, RJ. Warriors.
Whoops.
Here's the timeout from the sharply dressed Willie Green. Down 3.
12 seconds. Okay, see up 3.
This is the play-in, man. These are some pretty talented players. This used to honestly be about a first-round level talent. Yeah, back in the day. Don't you think?
Yep. Yeah. Good for us old guy teams like the Warriors to get more time off.
Oh, that might have been the most important thing about not playing the play-in. It's just
Yeah.
1 or 2 less games on your
Yep.
body and a week of rest, man. Just, I'm sure they're not completely resting, but not having to play, you know. That was.
Right.
You don't think they're going back to Ingram at all, Bruce? Think he had his shot and now they're going with somebody else, huh? And also,
OKC
what do you
has
do
a
with the
foul to
12?
give. So
Do
you
they
got
now?
to
Yeah.
foul.
I
in
would
the first
wait.
3 seconds.
Really, 3 seconds? I would try and wait.
No, like within the first 3 seconds.
5.
All right.
Yeah,
So
they fouled immediately.
you were able to burn 0.7. So that's what you get for not fouling
They waited long
since the
for
2-minute mark. So all right. Good job by Shea. Oh, and Dort fouls Brandon Ingram, so he'll go to the line for 2, right?
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not
think,
this
I don't think I would have done that. I think I probably would have just let them try and tie it with a 3 or whatever. I mean, this is Brandon
I don't
Ingram.
know that he tried to foul him. I don't know. I need to see a replay.
No, he kind of smacked him.
Did that on purpose. He was shaking his head.
Let's see.
Yeah, maybe it
I'm not
wasn't
gonna replay
purposeful.
it. Let me replay it. Oh, I can't because I'm only streaming on one.
Oh, you were right,
Oh,
Bruce.
man.
No spoiling, please.
Now they got guys in there to foul.
Yeah.
You have to make it. 10.4, plenty of time.
Yep,
Made it.
Did.
Oh, man.
And a timeout.
Oh, 10.4.
That's a huge missed free throw here because now OKC kind of has to foul, right? Which means if they knock
Pelicans have
2
to
down,
foul?
the Pelicans have to foul OKC. Which is if they knock 2 down, that's a 4-point game, and all the Thunder have to do is nothing. I mean, you can't completely do nothing because they might hit a 3 and then foul you, and then whatever. But
how can you have a challenge with no timeouts?
oh, that's what my dad just asked a good question. How can you have a challenge and no timeouts?
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Maybe they do have a timeout that's a challenge.
I have no idea.
Because if you call a timeout and you don't have any left, if it gets overturned, is that a tech?
No,
that's what happens if you call
that.
timeout and you don't have any.
I think you do get a challenge without a timeout. I think you just
But
get
if
one.
the challenge is unsuccessful, then they take a timeout from you.
No, I don't think you ever get to that point. You just get a free timeout.
Huh.
But I don't know.
So they added a
Oh, what a block. Oh, but Lou got it. Wow. Shea, they're not going to call that. Come on, man. Under 10 seconds.
That was a nice play, though, from the Thunder anyway. Didn't just stand around waiting to get fouled. Yeah, it was clean.
Yeah, OKC. I mean,
and Dort came to save the day,
Dort.
man.
It's not even in the picture right now.
Lou Gentz.
Anyways, get out of there. Hits it.
It's the first.
7 seconds to go. Up 3. One more.
Is he Haitian? Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Is it Dor then? Or is it Dort still with the T?
No idea. Haiti is, they speak French, right?
Yeah, and also French.
Oh, in and out and in.
French-based Creole too. Like, it's kind of a very strong dialect or something like that.
Oh, Dort
that's-
almost fouled.
Wow, that looked like a bad
Did he
shot.
get fouled. Oh my goodness.
Only it was foul.
Well,
Oh
I mean,
my gosh. Eric Lewis did not make the call. Wow. I thought he got fouled.
really, let's see this again. I'm about to watch the replay.
Oh, I think
Yes,
it
I
touched
hit
the
the elbow.
elbow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's hard to see that.
Mom, can you
I
move a
agree.
little? Thank you. Sorry.
Hard to see that, but man, it is a foul. It's hard to see that, but too
Yeah,
bad.
it's also like they almost never call those type of fouls on shots near the end of the game. I mean,
Also,
yeah,
you
it
have
has
to
to be
sell
played.
it. You have to sell it.
Just gotta take the ball in, dude.
And Steph and Jordan Poole would have sold it.
Oh,
Threw it away, just threw it
my
away.
goodness.
Man.
Well, their season's over.
Wow, both 10 seeds won, right?
Yeah. Wild. That's wild.
Is it 10-8 versus 10?
I mean, this
Miami's
season's
8.
not over, but something could happen, but I don't think so. I think that was it right there. Missed foul probably, and turnover, no timeouts. They're fouling anyway, though. They're fighting to the bitter end, which you love to see, of course.
Hey, there's Jose Alvarado.
AB, what's up?
Poor guy.
Game, set, vignette. What is that?
Beignets.
Sorry, I don't get that.
Beignets. You ever had
Beignets.
one?
Oh.
Oh, you got to go to New Orleans, man.
Uh,
Grab yourself one.
yeah, I'm sure the crowd's going to want that,
So
too,
good.
after this one. Nicole's mind is blown. Why? Really thought the Pelicans were going to win, or just the game, or what was it? You think? Oh, Bruce thinks that Zion might be traded. Man,
Well, here's the thing, though.
I think it's
Wouldn't
wrapping
wouldn't
up.
you be trading him at the lowest point of his stock?
yeah,
Or
but
one
it's
of-
Zion though, so it's his value is going to be so high. I think you get it. If they're trading him, they're probably trading Brandon Ingram anyway, and rebuilding with draft picks and things like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think New Orleans is going to want to do that. I think they're going to try and get
Got to eat dinner.
Zion healthy, and obviously they have team control of the contract still for until it runs out. And he doesn't seem like
my
the type
gosh.
of player who's gonna.
Look at Giddey, almost a triple-double.
Yeah, he's really good, man. He's really good, and he was a pro. Before coming to the NBA, he was playing in the NBL of Australia. Yeah, I always value that. Guys who are playing against grown men. It's something I liked about Jonathan Kuminga too, coming out of G League Ignite.
You need to. There must be some kind of thing. Don't do notes, right?
OKC can beat the T-Wolves. Anthony Adams going to redeem himself. Yeah, I think so too. Although he might push too hard.
My sympathies
That can happen too. Oh, the way they turned the ball over. That's why Nicole's mind was blown. Yeah, the mentally ready to play thing. I kind of feel bad for him because I think that's really going to be picked up by a lot of the podcasts and TV stuff. And, you know, you're going to hear, well, what was this? I understand that there's a fear of injury of Zion. Why didn't he mentally tough? I don't know. Guys, look, Clay had the same thing with his injury, and obviously Clay has proven way more in terms of his competitive heart and his commitment and all that type of stuff. But I haven't seen anything from Zion to make me think he's not going to get there at some point. And he's struggling with weight. I mean, but you wouldn't just give up. This is not going to be a very popular name here, but you wouldn't just give up on Charles Barkley just because he also struggled with weight. Honestly, Draymond struggled with weight. He doesn't now, but he did in college, certainly, and a little bit at the beginning of the season.
Look at these numbers, though.
Yeah, I mean, no, his number of 20 plays.
Geez, like 26 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 36.8 from threes.
I mean, yeah, these are
crazy.
Okay,
these are all-star numbers if he plays this whole season. So,
yeah, I'm gonna move this laptop into another.
Well, I think it's almost time to go.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. That's
anybody
fine.
have anything? Just hurry up and comment.
Yeah, because my parents are gonna kick me out.
We will see you.
The house.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a fun game. Glad it got exciting at the end.
Thanks for coming on, Dean.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry I was late, Rich.
So is James Wiseman. James Wiseman's injury prone. So, I don't know about poking holes.
Wiseman's in shape, though, at least. Wiseman looks like he's really in shape.
I mean, Zion looks a whole lot better than he did before.
That's true.
We're not close enough to the team to really know.
Yeah.
So let them figure it out and
go ask. Let's go Pelicans.
Judge. I mean, I just can't judge from this far away. I just can't do that. No, I'm not doing that. Right. So I'm too far away from the team. I don't know. So I don't want to throw Zion under the bus if I don't really have any information on that.
But that will be a talking point coming up for sure. Trading him and that no media member ever likes.
Get the info from beat writers then at a bare minimum. Go look at Will Guillory, what he's writing, and whoever else is a Pelicans beat writer. Don't pay attention to the national media ones.
Right.
They don't know anything.
Well, it's just content. It's just content.
As an example, the latest Draft Express mock draft came out, and they got Jeremy Woo over from Sports Illustrated because Sports Illustrated has been laying off people. So now they have additional draft experts, and they're still thinking the Warriors are going to draft a center. It's like, come on, man. It's like, we know the Warriors. We know the Warriors are going to go after probably there's different archetypes, For example, if the guy from UConn, if he lasts that long, he could drop to us and he could be the next Klay Thompson type. There's wings galore. Wings. Wings are always great.
Yeah.
But we're not drafting no center. And
probably not again.
If I'm wrong about that, I will come back and apologize. But
absolutely,
that's the thing is, so Jeremy doesn't watch the Warriors every day. So that's why, and he's going off of
Jeremy,
previous
who was
drafts.
asking?
He's going, oh, they always like to draft so and so. That's why we think they're going to draft. No, it's like who we are right now. Like we just have a better feel because we watch the Warriors all the time. So, but I understand how they are coming from a national draft perspective. But when it comes to the Warriors, we're such a different team that I already know they're wrong about that. So, anyways,
Yeah.
like there's no other team is picking a center in the first round except for us. That's just heck no. No way,
Yeah.
right? So
Well, there's no point getting another rookie big. I mean,
that's where the national
I could see us going after a center in free agency, definitely. But
that's where
on
when
the
you're not
draft?
spending time with the team on an everyday basis, that's where it hurts you.
Yeah.
So that the local people like us, we laugh at it because they don't really know what's going on here. You got to get your feet on the street
Yeah.
here, but Draft Express can never do that. So they'll always evaluate from that perspective until right before the draft when they get the inside information and then they change it and it
Yeah.
looks like they understand the local news, but they really don't.
Well, that is one thing about something like Locked On. I've thought potentially even like if this gets big enough, we might be able to do it at least regionally, where if you can get a bunch of local experts under one like umbrella who can then talk to one another about, who are kind of beat writer type following the games, locally, and then you have them talk to one another. It's just a much better way of analyzing two teams and hearing two national media guys who always pretend like they don't have a team, like they're not rooting for anyone. And then you find very quickly what team they're rooting for, if you just listen for a little while and hear them kind of not really have the it's like me talking about the Pacers. I know some of the players in the team. I think I can understand basketball. If I watch them, I'd be okay, but I don't know anything about the relationship between this guy and that guy really improved after this and that. Like they know these little details that it's just hard to know unless you're intimately involved. Like we're intimately involved with the Warriors, in that very specific, not local because it can be a global thing, obviously, but very specific, team kind of knowledge. And I just kind of think the national media is good at creating conversations and doing some history, and mostly you shouldn't look, don't bet based off of what national media people say for the most time, but look, compare what the two local guys are saying and try to take out their bias, and I think that's probably a much better way of going at it.
All right,
Bruce,
we'll be back.
biggest upset in the first round. I think might well be the 6 seed beating the 3 seed. Yeah.
$5:30 Saturday.
Speaking of that,
so
one more thing.
think I'll do Friday and Saturday, but I'm not sure. Definitely Saturday, no doubt.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. I have work on Saturday, but I might try and get, if possible, see if someone can cover that shift and switch something with me, because I would like to see the first game. Yeah.
Cool, guys.
Yep.
Well,
some fun playoff matchups otherwise coming up. Definitely.
yeah. Not that it matters.
Ben Simmons playing the Sixers.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I have an aunt in Brooklyn, so it pops to mind.
I happened to watch the Laker game yesterday on Twitter because I wasn't home at the time. I was in a tow truck when that happened.
Right.
Dealing with a flat tire.
Yeah.
But anyway,
did one of the Timberwolves punch your car?
Yeah, basically. Must have been.
Yeah.
And Channing Frye was on the Twitter one So they did a Manning cast. So Channing Frye and Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the host, what her name was. But anyway, Channing Frye did predict that the Lakers would win in 7.
Against
So
the Grizzlies.
there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it. You know, the Grizzlies have not had the same momentum to end the year that they had the last 2 years, you know?
Yeah.
Where they're just riding high, kind of darlings of the league a little bit. You know, very exciting young team. A lot more. Well, Ja, you're hated now, man. Welcome to the club. Always some reason to get hated if you're really good. So,
All right. High five. Just us. 1, 2, 3. See you Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday.
all
I'll
right.
just, I'll get the itch, and there'll be something to talk about by Friday, I'm sure. Something else.
Absolutely.
Oh, Wiggins for sure is coming back or whatever. We'll get an update.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy just to talk game plan too, if you want.
Yeah.
Before it happens. So,
Oh, you can make it Friday?
I should be able to make it Friday. I'm gonna try and
Cool.
see what I can do with my schedule, so that might mean.
All right. Well, Saturday's
But
more
right
important.
now,
So
yeah. I will
Thanks,
try
man.
and make it then, but if I can't, you know I'll be here as much as possible. So
Appreciate it.
absolutely. Thank you so much
All
for
right,
having me on,
everybody.
Mitch.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, because it's not often that a bunch of Warriors fans all over the world can get together for an OKC New Orleans game.
Yeah.
So different, but appreciate that.
Awesome.
All right, guys. See
Leave
you
a
soon.
like on the way out, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.